Let's move on to this now. Suspended ANC MP Mervyn Dirks wants his suspension to be lifted. The case will be heard virtually by the High Court sitting in the Western Cape at 11:30 a.m. today. Dirks was suspended from party activities after refusing to withdraw a request to Scopa to summon President Cyril Ramaphosa to answer allegations that state funds were used for party political activities. eNCA's Lindsay Dentlinger is following that story and joins us now for an update. And Lindsay, what has transpired in court so far? Why are the delays in getting this matter on the go?
Well, Tula's very brief proceedings here physically in the Western Cape Division of the High Court, and the delays really because we now know that the ANC intend to oppose this application, but they have not had enough time to prepare their paperwork. We also understood from a representative in the court today that the Speaker and the Presidency were still consulting as to whether they also intended to oppose this application. And as you know, the state attorneys are based in Joburg and they haven't had enough time to take instruction. And so the judge, Lekransi, here being very accommodating to all parties involved today, saying he didn't want to make any finding purely based on the applicant's case before him, and he wanted to give all parties enough time to respond. He didn't want a gun to be held to his head in terms of that all-important Standing Committee on Public Accounts meeting this afternoon at 4 o'clock being an influencing factor as to whether he grants this application or not. And so the matter has stood down and will now move virtually to allow legal representatives from other parts of the country to be able to dial in and to bring their opposition to this application.
And
it all defeats the purpose of the Zondo Commission to attempt to scupple and put under the carpet the allegations that arises out of the leaked audio of the president.
So that is Godrich Gadi, who is an attorney representing Mervyn Dirks in that particular matter, Lindsay, that we just heard from. Where does this leave this afternoon's Scopa meeting, which is set to, decide and discuss the merits of Dirks's petition?
So what Godrich Gadi was explaining to us after those brief proceedings was that you'll know the argument of Mervyn Dirks, that he's exercising his authority as an MP to conduct oversight over the executive. He can still petition this committee as a private individual, so not as an MP, given that his status as an MP is hanging in the balance, although he's also challenging that suspension. But it will affect how the vote goes in this matter, Tulas, because if he is to petition the committee this afternoon as a private individual, he will have no vote, and it will be down to his caucus, which has the swaying vote, really, whether this petition proceeds or not. And of course, he would want to put that petition as an ANC MP so that he can also have a vote at the same time. So those are the factors that are at play. Whether that committee will in fact proceed, we don't know. The Scopa chairperson might decide to postpone it again, given everything that is unfolding around us today. But certainly Mervyn Dirks on the sidelines of this morning's proceedings, telling me that he plans to attend that committee, whether his status as an MP is in jeopardy or not. He doesn't care. He plans to attend that meeting and put that matter before the committee, however today's court proceedings play out to us.
All right, so it will be an interesting one to watch for all of us, Lindsay, as it plays itself out.